If you pay close attention to human behavior, you will notice a distinct pattern of repetition. People frequently find themselves trapped in recurring relationship failures, identical financial crises, or inescapable psychological loops. The standard assumption is that these recurring hardships are external events, bad luck or circumstance happening to a passive observer. Applied unified field physics suggests a completely different architecture. The solid, three-dimensional world we navigate is a localized, living holographic printout. Under this framework, a repeating trauma is not a statistical anomaly. It is a corrupted line of code continually rendering the exact same output onto your environment. Popular futurists often misinterpret this as simulation theory, the idea that we exist inside a cold, finite, AI-driven matrix. That hypothesis captures the projection aspect, but mistakenly applies an inorganic framework to an organic process. The cosmos is a deeply organic, conscious system. Within this system, human anatomy operates as a highly sophisticated, self-contained rendering engine. To understand how this works, we have to systematically deconstruct the biological hardware of reality projection and map the physics required to debug the system. Life sovereignty rests on the realization that reality is a mechanical projection generated by your own biological hardware. How does consciousness actually interface with the environment to create the experience of solid matter? It requires a specific multidimensional anatomy. This diagram illustrates the outermost layer of human bioenergetic hardware. Notice the glowing, spherical boundary encasing the physical form. This structure is the radial body. It is an encompassing electrostatic tissue capsule that acts as the ultimate 360-degree, three-dimensional projection screen for your consciousness. Resting inside the sphere is your physical body. Structurally, it functions as a chemical lens, essentially the biological equivalent of an advanced virtual reality headset. The engine driving this entire system is your DNA. It serves as the central processing unit, receiving underlying mathematical blueprints directly from the unified field. Through a core mechanical process known as the transduction sequence, your DNA translates this incoming multidimensional data into precise electrical impulses. The chemical lens then takes these decoded electrical impulses and projects them directly outward onto the electrostatic screen of the radial body. This means the people, places, and obstacles you encounter every day are direct, localized printouts of your internal energetic sequence. Trying to change your life by manipulating external physical events is highly inefficient. It is the equivalent of scratching at a computer monitor to rewrite the software. To change the movie playing out around you, you have to look past the screen of the radial body and rewrite the biological code running through your DNA. If the macroscopic hardware is projecting an image, we need to know what exactly comprises the image. Zooming past the DNA down to the absolute core substance of the cosmos reveals that the universe is built on ultra-micro units of pure conscious energy called Partiki. These units do not sit statically. They continuously cycle through a highly ordered mechanical rhythm known as Partiki phasing. In the fission phase, Partiki units break apart and expand. They flash on into a state of light radiation, creating the temporary state of manifestation. Immediately after, they enter the fusion phase. The units come back together and contract, flashing off into a state of sound vibration, which is non-manifestation. The rapid, synchronized on and off flashing of these ultra-micro units across the entire grid generates standing scalar waves. The varying rates at which these particles vibrate and oscillate determine the density of the matter you perceive. Think of a high-definition television monitor. If you look closely, there is no solid image, just thousands of microscopic LED pixels flashing rapidly to create a seamless picture. The universe operates on the exact same principle. The perceived distance between objects and the solidity of physical matter are illusions constructed by your localized biological hardware, translating this flashing conscious energy. If reality is a meticulously ordered projection of scalar waves, why does human existence feel so chaotic and prone to biological decay? The answer lies in severe energetic blockages within the system, known as miasms. Miasms are frozen light, reverse polarity scalar wave crystallizations embedded deep within the morphogenetic blueprint. These distortions act exactly like malicious malware or static interference within your biological operating system. When frequencies attempt to enter your physical anatomy during the transduction sequence, they hit these miasmic blockages and gridlock. When energy cannot circulate through these blockages, the surrounding particles lose their rhythmic pulsation and collapse inward. This process, molecular compaction, physically densifies the anatomy to a state that cannot sustain biological life. As the pulsation of your particles slows, your biology loses its efficiency. This manifests physically as systemic disease and rapid aging. This microscopic hardware crash is also the source of emotional looping. The miasmic malware forces your DNA to repetitively project the exact same traumas onto your radial body screen. Chronic illness and the persistent feeling of being trapped in survival mode are literal symptoms of unaddressed miasmic malware running in the background of your bioenergetic field. Because your physical body and disease are scalar wave projections, you possess the inherent mechanical ability to debug and reprogram them. Bioregenesis technologies are specific energetic toolsets designed to interface directly with your core manifestation template to overwrite these distortions. To overwrite these distortions, the system requires a high-frequency scalar template known as the Moharic Shield. It acts as a master key frequency that realigns the Partiki grid to its original mathematical order. Executing the shield requires manually running the pristine, pre-matter liquid light of the Maharata current directly through your body's internal grid. It is the biological equivalent of booting a corrupted computer system in safe mode and executing a master administrative wipe on the root directory. By directing these specific frequencies, you systematically dissolve the frozen light of the miasmatic blockages. Clearing this static interference resets the DNA template back to its original, uncorrupted imprint for health, allowing your radio body projection screen to finally run a new program. You are not a helpless avatar waiting for external saviors, gurus, or technological singularities to fix your reality. Actively debugging this internal architecture shifts the locus of control from the external screen to the internal code, establishing command over the biological projection.